Hey guys, it's been a while since I jumped on here, so I just wanted to give an update since a lot of things have changed since the last video. So, back early December, my husband had a court appearance where he was requesting to be able to contact me and the children or see us, and the judge denied him any contact with the children, but he did let him start contacting me, not in person, but just via phone or email. So after that appearance, like the same evening, he texted me saying he was sorry, and I responded the next day saying basically that I have nothing left in me to to forgive him again. I can't do it anymore. And then he called me a couple days after that, and he was like crying, and he's like, I should be able to see my kids. You know how hard it is, and they're doing things and growing, and I'm not there. And so, mind you, at this point, it's been about 2 months since he's seen them or talked to them, since the incident where he pushed them and me. And, so then I felt like that conversation, I felt very ick about that phone call. Like, he's just playing the victim and taking no accountability. And yeah, we had a lot of other conversations over the past 2 months or so that were similar to that. And it's, he'll go back and forth between taking responsibility, saying this is all his fault, he can change everything, and then it's poor him, how could this happen to him? And then he said something once about that I have been coaching the kids to say what they said in their interviews because they were interviewed by police. And my oldest daughter said something which was read in the court appearance by the DA, and it was like that she is terrified when he gets angry, and she wants to lock herself in her room and put a chain on the door. And he's like, I don't know where she would have came up with saying something like that. Like, as if it's just unfathomable that you would be driving crazy and then kick us out of your car in the middle of the night, and then, while screaming at us, and then come in the house, break furniture, break toys, scream at us, attack us, and you don't understand why your kids would be scared of you. It's just mind-boggling. So, all of that just it just confirms for me my decision that I'm making the right decision by seeking a divorce. And, it's sad, but it's actually not that sad. It's happy, because this is the beginning of a much better life for me and for the kids and for everyone. And yeah, so since then after having lots of arguments with him, we've also argued about financial stuff, because I brought up how it's not just the fact that he's angry and violent sometimes, but it's also he's unfair. He doesn't appreciate all the things that I do, and he doesn't even realize, and he's always comparing what he does versus what I do. And it's because I do so many things without calling him and saying, hey, guess what? I just paid this bill. Hey, guess what? I just brought the kids to a doctor's appointment. Hey, guess what? I just, I don't feel the need to get brownie points when I do parenting things. I just do them, and I run around doing them all the time. And when he does something, it's hey, I did something, and it's used as a weapon against me. It's and it's just a joke to me. I'm we're not competing, and if we were, you would definitely be losing. But that type of stuff. It's like his whole mentality. It's like his whole personality, to be honest. Like, I can't be with a person like that. These are non-negotiables for me. So I did hire a divorce attorney, but I'm in the process of trying to get the police report from that incident and get a restraining order, because he is going to be wrapping up his court case soon, and that means that my protection order is going to be gone potentially. So my divorce attorney said I need to get a restraining order. So I'm trying to get that, and then after we get that, then we're going to file for divorce. And yeah, it's exciting. There's one other thing that I should update you guys on, which is that I met someone new. And I know, like, it's way too soon to be dating. I was not looking to be dating, but at the same time, I believe in letting the universe kind of do its thing. And if someone just comes to me and they are a great person, I'm not gonna like shove them away just because it's not what I imagined it would be for timing. Like, also, I'm not getting my hopes up too high. Like, I won't be disappointed if this doesn't amount to anything. We're taking it like super slow. Well, kind of. I'll get more into that, but I wouldn't be super sad if it fails. Like, I was really looking forward to being single and like going on like casual dates and just kind of being like a woman in her 30s that gets to like date people, because I never did that. You know, I met my husband when I was 25, and at that age I was much less mature and less established as a person and an adult, and so dating was not really like a thing people did around me. The people that I was around, it just was much different. So I was excited to go on like nice dates and have fun experiences, and then maybe, you know, I would accidentally fall in love with someone at some point. But if I did, that's great. If I didn't, that's also great. Like, it doesn't, it's not that I need to be with someone. So I'm happy to be by myself, and I just was really seeking like some friends. If you saw the last video, I was lonely. So anyway, this guy found me on Facebook and he sent me a message. He was like, wow, you're like so beautiful. I couldn't help but message you. Are you single? And then I was like, well, I'm kind of going through a divorce. And he is also divorced and also a dad, and his kids are close in age to my kids. So he has 2 kids and I have 2 kids. And yeah, so he started asking me lots of questions, getting to know me. And so we just really like hit it off. And so I did agree to meet up with him in person and see if there was a connection there. So we did that, and that went well. So we kept talking. We have been talking now maybe like 6 weeks. And we hang out usually like once a week, maybe twice a week, because we both have kind of busy schedules with our kids and everything. But I've been having a babysitter come over for a couple hours, usually is what I do when I hang out with him. And we just go somewhere public, and yeah, it's fun. It's nice to be with a person that is so kind. Like, he is so kind, and he's just always giving me compliments, checking in how I'm feeling, talking about his feelings. So it's just completely different from anything I've ever experienced. He's a really good communicator. So he, you know, he'll just ask questions that are so logical that like couples should talk about in the beginning. Like, we're not a couple, just to be clear. Like, it's not to that phase at this point, but he will ask questions about like, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about that? And what do I want for this? And just, he really cares about like being on the same page with important things. So I think that's great. And he is a person that cares about taking care of himself. He goes to the gym, just like I go to the gym. And he has a good job. He has a house. He takes care of his children on a whole different level that my husband wouldn't really understand, like financially. And also he's there taking them places, doing things with them. He's a really good dad. He's a good person. He's family oriented. He cares about taking care of himself, cares about self-improvement. And I feel like that's a big thing that I didn't get out of my last relationship, is just being with someone who cares about self-improvement. Because when I would bring up things like that, he would, it was an injury to his ego, and he would actually act worse and self-sabotage, or just sabotage our relationship more, because he couldn't stand the fact that I was just not content with everything the way that it was. And so what else do I want to say about him? He's just, what I tell, a really good person. So I'm going to keep exploring that and see what happens. So I'm not feeling lonely anymore because I'm talking to him quite frequently. But I also did meet a new girlfriend too online, and I've hung out with her twice. She's cool too. I guess that's it. I gotta run, so I will try to update again soon. Bye.